If you're a BMW enthusiast, you're probably completely aware of what I'm standing next to. This is a 2016 M4 GTS. But you are probably equally as unfamiliar with the car that I moved over to now. This is also a 2016 M4, but this is a car that we've produced here at Isringhausen Imports using suppliers from all over the world, from Germany, the United States, and as local as Springfield, Illinois, to put together what we believe is a car that in spirit is the same as the GTS, but in execution is probably maybe a little better in many ways. So I'd like to kind of break down the similarities and the differences between the two cars as we go along. One of the first areas that I'd like to discuss in some detail are kind of combined areas of both styling and aerodynamic efficiency. The GTS, of course, has the movable, adjustable front splitter here, exposed carbon fiber in the splitter, and the standard exit in the back of the wheel well for the air curtain system that BMW has brought to market, and is, you know, very, very well thought out, very brilliant idea. The car that we have here features a prototype system that was produced by a small prototyping firm in Germany, and it makes quite a bit more use of both the aerodynamic efficiency of the car and the air curtain system. As we're traveling down the road or track with either car, we're going to see that we have multiple air inlets. We have an additional air exit at the leading edge of the hood on the GTS, and we have our exits on the fenders behind the front wheels. Now, what Peter Flossman did when he designed this front area is he added the shark gills, kind of what we call them, but the ability for air to escape from the wheelhouse area. The air exit for the air curtain is dramatically increased to the point of the whole shape of the trailing edge of the wheel opening has been reshaped and redesigned, and our large air exits here are both much larger and placed much further back on the hood, which makes them more effective in both airflow and in relieving and reducing the heat under the hood. The cars are both designed to be very aerodynamically efficient in terms of we want a lot of air passing through the front, but we want it to exit as quickly as possible while producing as much downforce as possible. And again, if you compare BMW's workmanship, which again is fantastic, what they've done here both in design and quality of execution, with our pieces here that were produced again by Peter Flossman in Germany, you're going to see that even visually it's not difficult to determine or understand that these will be more effective. The GTS is rated by BMW at 493 horsepower, 443 pound-feet of torque. Now, again, if you are a BMW enthusiast, you know that they are notorious for underrating the power output of their engines. I'm not sure why they do that, but I've also not seen dyno numbers on the GTS engine, so I guess if we kind of use their typical underrating, you know, we should be, maybe this car is 550 horsepower. It's, again, difficult to say. With our engine here, we do have dyno numbers that were produced by Dinan Engineering. With all the modifications that were done, it is around 575 horsepower with about 560 pound-feet of torque. Now that includes the Dinan Stage 3 upgrades, including the new intake, the programming, the additional larger heat exchanger for the air-to-water intercooler, and the exhaust system probably adds substantially to the power output over the two cars.